Do you have a big pattern stash full of potential waiting to have its turn? I'm going to give you a new way of looking at your patterns. Today we're going to talk about something that I know many of us have. A pattern stash that is full of potential and zero guilt. My friend Izzy from Dizzy Quilts and Sews and I have been talking a lot recently about the patterns we've purchased and we've not sewn. We want to inspire ourselves and you to sew up our pattern stash. We bought and kept these patterns because we really like them, and for one reason or another, we have not sewn them. I have found that if I approach things as a game, make it a little more fun, I see things differently with a new view, new set of eyes, and it makes it fun, interesting, and I get excited about the challenge. We hope you'll join us in this low pressure challenge to see if we can sew some of those things we love. I did a little stash dive. I pulled out some patterns that I've never sewn before that are 100% worthy of the spotlight, and I've created some themes around those patterns. I'm challenging myself to finally sew up some of these patterns, and maybe you will be inspired to dust off a few patterns in your stash too. Let's do it by category because everything is more fun with a theme, right? I have my notes. I'm going to link everything I'm talking about in the description box below. So our first category is the layer player. That's jacket. This baby has been sitting in my stash for 2 winters. The Beachcomber jacket by Friday Pattern Company. It is a structured, it's the perfect weight for the South Carolina winters, and I already have the fabric for it. This beautiful walnut bull denim from Blackbird Fabric, I think would make a perfect Beachcomber jacket for Charlie. He wants it, he kind of needs a new jacket, and this pattern says, I love my husband. The only thing I need to find is the perfect lining for the jacket. I've picked out a couple, that's not why I haven't sewn it, but I have picked a couple that I presented to Charlie and he shook his head no over. So I think I need to find the perfect lining for this. I already have the fabric. I have a willing model. Should I make this next? The other jacket is almost definitely one of the longest patterns sitting in my stash, and it's, for me, the Arlo track jacket. I love this. As soon as I saw the pattern, I thought, I love it, I want it, I want to make it. And it has sat in my stash for a very long time. I fell in love, I think because of the color combinations. I just think it's so beautiful. The colors that she's paired with this. I could do it exactly copied like that, or I could make it all in one color. I have wanted a bougie, cozy, warm set, so I think the Arlo jacket with pants in the same color would look really nice together. The next theme or category is date night dreams. A little something something in the outfit. So I've picked out a couple of dresses here. The first one is a relatively new one to my pattern stash. That is the Wren wrap dress by the Friday Pattern Company. The Wren wrap dress is really interesting. It has those gatherings at the sides, and then it's got a V-neck, which I think is a good look on me. It also comes in cup sizes, which is something a little bit new for the Friday Pattern Company. So grateful that they're thinking of the big busted women here. I have seen this on models of various heights, weights, sizes, and it looks fabulous on everybody. I think in a structured fabric like a cotton lawn, it would be perfect for a day dress, and then it could really be looking more upscale in a rayon or something flowy. I think that would be perfect for date night. I would feel so fancy in it. Friday Pattern Company has brilliant instructions. They have a lot of fitting features for this pattern on their blog, and they've got a detailed sew along, so that makes me very confident in sewing the Friday Pattern Company patterns. The other contender in this category is the Stylock Hope Dress. I have the Hope Dress and the expansion pack for this with different sleeve and neckline options. I really like the lower scooped neckline or a V. Like I said earlier, I do like a V neckline on me. I would probably go with a 3/4 length sleeve and elastic cuff. I wouldn't go full on long sleeve just because that would limit how much I would wear this. This could be super casual looking, or it could be something suitable for a date night with the right fabric. I've seen Tamlin from Sewn on the Tyne has sewn this, and I think she wore it to Devon Frocktails. I think it could be made a little bit fancier. And who am I kidding? Most of our dates are in the daytime. We'd like to go into the historic Charleston area, walk around. So this would be perfect with tennies and lunch at one of the fine dining places, which, top tip, is a lot less expensive than at night, but still the high quality food. Charleston is really a food city. We have 2 more categories to go. Izzy and I are doing this as a collaboration. After you watch this video, head on over to her channel and check out what her plans are. We would both love to hear what you think we should sew, and also if you are going to be joining us, what you think you would like to sew from your pattern stash. The next category is secretly chic. Simple but classy. I enjoy dressing nicely, but I'm not a slave to fashion. I'd like to be comfortable too. To me, secretly chic describes a basic item that can take you anywhere and everywhere. Secretly stylish and super comfy. This one's all about high impact style with low effort. I want to be that woman who looks all put together. I have 2 pattern choices that couldn't be more different. The first pattern is the Fiore skirt by Closet Core Patterns, a very simple, chic A-line skirt. I have bypassed this pattern because of the simplicity, but now I'm looking at it with fresh eyes and I really want to make it. I think it would pair equally with a t-shirt or a blouse. Swapping out the shoes would also change the look. It would be comfortable in tennies, but also maybe a wedge-heeled sandal. So many possibilities, and I have the perfect fabric for it. I have this mustard, ochre-colored, gold-colored Brussels washer linen. So this is a linen rayon blend. It has a nice drape. I love the textured look of it. I think it would be a beautiful in a wrap skirt. The other interesting thing about this wrap skirt is the A-line shape and the A-line pocket. I have sewn the Miette skirt by Tilly and the Buttons, worn it loads, still love it, but this wrap skirt is different. It is attached by buttons on the waistband, and I do have a plan for that. Sometimes waistbands can grow as you wear them, or maybe your weight fluctuates a little bit. I know mine does. I'm going to put a couple extra buttons on the inside so that I can adjust that waist. Nobody's going to know they're there except me, and it will keep this fitting perfectly all the time, no matter what my waist is doing. The second pattern for simple chic, as I said, is very different. It is the Winnie Pajamas by Merchant and Mills. I do have this as a paper pattern. I saw this sewn up at 5/8 seams as a sample, and I knew I needed this in my life. I really want to up the game of my sleepwear and not wear that ratty t-shirt, nightgown that I've been wearing for the past 6 years on repeat, wash and wear. I want to wear something that looks a little nice. I think this would be beautiful in a cotton lawn. If I didn't sleep hot, I would sew it in a flannel. And yes, if this comes out wrinkled out of the dryer, I am going to iron it. I don't mind ironing. I think this would be so cute. I would sew the short sleeve version and the short set because I do sleep very hot. Merchant and Mills Winnie, super cute. The final category is top priority, the perfect top. I have many patterns. I just need to sew them, and I'm bringing to you 4 patterns for consideration. The first is the blouse by the Avid Seamstress. It is very simple, straightforward. I think it would be a really good working blouse, and depending on the fabric, it could be fancier, and I think it would be good for everyday wear. The fabric could really shine with this, and I would be leaning towards sewing it in a rayon with a really fun print. The next blouse pattern is the Frida blouse by Atelier Jupe. I do have this as a paper pattern. I love this. I bought this when Rachel from Stitched Up was doing a sew along for the Frida blouse. I ended up not being able to join the live sew along, and this has just sat in my stash. So pretty. I've seen so many beautiful blouses. I love this gathering at the top. It's a little bit hard to see on this blouse, so I'll add some other photos. It looks like a very straightforward blouse. That would be a great thing for adding to my wardrobe. I could pair it with a skirt, so it would look very lovely with the fiore skirt, and it would be nice with jeans, slacks. So many options for this blouse. For everyday versatility, I purchased 2 patterns recently from Helen's Closet in her birthday sale. The first one is the Gilbert top. I've looked at this and looked at it over the years. It is a firm favorite in the sewing community, and I think I need to sew it. I like the sweet tie at the front, and for me, I've been discovering that I like a more cropped top. Now, I'm not talking showing belly or anything, but it makes me feel a little bit taller because I am short. I'm 5'4", and that having this shirt end at the top of my trousers, the top of my pants or skirt, is a better look than one that is longer. The other pattern from Helen's Closet that I'm interested in sewing is the Ashton top. I bought the Ashton top and the sleeves expansion pack. I think this is such a wearable top. It comes across a little bit like a woven tee when you put the sleeves on, or a tank when you just wear it loose. And I think it's something that I could wear tucked in or wear it untucked, and it will look really nice. I think if I can get this fit perfect, I would make this one over and over and over again. I am not opposed to doing pattern repeats. Here's my challenge to you. Pick a pattern from your stash in the next month. Let us know what you're sewing so we can cheer you on, and let us know when you make it. You can use our categories or your own to inspire you to get that stash sewn. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss my makes. And what should I make next?